Do you want to open another one?
Yes.
Go on then.
I mean, just for AI to do that is insane.
Yes.
Oh god, that's creepy. Do you want to open another one, sweetheart?
Are you ready to shit on it, or is this like, holy cow, I can use it?
I couldn't use it, either of those. I don't think, really.
It could
Yeah.
pass as non-AI.
Yeah, it looks incredible. I am stunned. Wow. It still looks fake. Go grab an iPhone. Go make something. Don't.
This segment was sponsored by Apple. All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Amit, and today I have my good friend Benjamin with me, aka Marv. I call him Marv because he looks like Marv from Home Alone. What's up, Ben?
How you doing, brother? Yeah, to see you outside of the. Usually we see each other. It's at kids' parties or restaurants. This guy has
Yes.
really great taste in food. So anytime we go out, that pizza place you took us to, amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. so
Park
it
and
was
Hope
great.
in Dallas. So if you're watching this and you're in Dallas, go or Texas area, go to Part and Hope. So I got Ben on. He is a editor, director of a movie, critically acclaimed. And the reason why we have you here, Ben, is so you can give us an perspective from a movie maker's lens on how good are these AI tools, right? That is all the rage now. Everyone wants to use them to, even if it's for B-roll footage, right? So I wanted to bring you on, but before we get into that, I pulled up your IMDb so people know that you're not fake and you have done some good work. I mean, The Last of Us, those who haven't seen it, right, based on the video game, this is an awesome series. I watched the first one. I haven't watched the second one yet, but tell us a bit about The Best of Us before we get into using AI.
So the Best of Us is a feature documentary about volunteer firefighting. Basically, 7 out of 10 fallen firefighters in the United States are volunteer. The documentary really focuses one fire department in rural Wisconsin. We go on a bunch of calls. You see some house fires, barn fires. Some crazy stuff happens to one of the firefighters, and it's just really about the experience of being a volunteer in the 21st century. So if you get a chance, check it out. It's on Amazon Prime right now.
I did not know that's how little they got paid. That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
So
crazy.
I'm sharing my screen. Here you are. You're behind the camera. So you're used to, like, especially with this movie, right? With The Best of Us, you kind of got the feel for being behind the camera and seeing how the camera works, the movement and whatnot. And that's really my goal, is to bring someone who's knowledgeable to the table. Because someone like me, you give me a tool like this AI tool that we're going to get into. I don't know, Jack. I'm going to give it a random prompt, a scarecrow standing in the cornfield, right? And it's going to give me garbage in, garbage out. It might not give me the right results. So I want to put it to its test, see what you think from a filmmaker's perspective. How good is this thing, or how bad is this thing? Is it at the point where should you be worried, or hell, you're going to use this for B-roll footage? Like a house is on fire, you want to show that B-roll footage, maybe you're going to use it for that.
Okay, do it.
Should we kick
Let's
it
break
off?
this
All right,
thing.
let's break this thing. Okay. Well, Ben has not used Flow before. He has definitely used image to text. So this is the new tool. It's called Flow by Google Labs. I'm on the Ultra plan, which is, for me, is very expensive, but for some people it might be worth it. It's $250 a month to get these credits, and each scene could cost you upwards of 100 credits. So let me walk you through this interface a little bit, Ben, before we get into it. So this is kind of, if you're used to Chat GPT or any AI tool, right? You have your text to video. They have different models here. So for today, we will kind of go back and forth between quality and fast. So we'll start with quality first. That consumes the most credits, but it's the best model by far. So you can see each generation uses 100 credits, but they have a few different options. You can either do text to video, you can do frames to video. So you give it the starting frame, take it from there, or ingredients to video. Now what happens is, if I go from frames to video, you'll notice I can add a couple of frames. This model will change because it's not supported by VEO3. Ingredients to video is more than just frames. Maybe you want to add a couch, a living room, or a scene, a setting, right? You can add that setting in there along with your character, and then you ask it to create the scene. What's pretty cool about text to video is it also adds the sound effect and the words. So your character will actually be talking, and not only will it be talking, it will be saying the words in the right format that you type. So now I want you to put on your director hat, go back to The Best of Us, your IMDb, the one that's on IMDb, and tell me, just think of maybe your opening scene, a B-roll footage. What would you want this thing to create?
Let's do it. So the film opens up on a home video of somebody on Christmas Day opening, little boy, a 12-year-old boy, opening presents in his living room with his family, and his grandparents are asking him if he wants to open another present.
Okay. And his grandparents asking if he wants. This is gonna be interesting.
There's a lot of, because of the paper and everything, I'm curious how that's going to work out.
And full transparency here, Ben and I have not discussed any of this. I
No.
texted Ben, he's let's break this thing. I'm gonna shit on AI because rightfully so. Like this is coming to take people's jobs. So Ben has no clue. He has never seen this before.
No.
I've made some videos, but let's see what it does. Do you wanna at this point add any framing, explain to AI what the house looks like, what the camera angle is, or should we just go with just this prompt?
I think, like, from a directorial standpoint, if I was to match like a storyboard I make, but what I'm hearing is that a lot of people are actually using these AI tools for storyboarding initially when they
Yep.
make it. So let me think like that. I'd say a medium shot, which would translate to, I think they would understand. That's like a photography term. Medium shot of the boy, 30 film, yep, 35 millimeter lens, of the boy from the shoulders up, Christmas tree in background.
Okay.
Side
We're baking the
profile.
scene. Side profile, all right. Cool.
Oh, let's see what happens.
All right, I'm going to copy the prompt. Now, when you give this to Google, it's going to go do its thing. While it's doing it, what we can do is we can also change this to the fast mode. And you'll see that audio, it says, is in beta, which means audio might not be accurate. It might be really off kilter. So we have our first opening scene, and this is similar to what you actually did in the movie. Going back to your career, what are some of the B-roll footage? Do movie makers, editors have a library of B-roll footage? And then if so, could we try creating some of that too?
Sure. So I think from a documentary point of view, when you're making something, your goal is to shoot everything you need. And then you fill in the blanks with stock kind of B-roll. And there are sites that you just go on that have Getty or Pond 5, or it varies, but it can get really expensive really fast to just purchase the shots that you need. So that's why usually they just shoot them when they're there. But things, drone footage or city landscapes, if you're transitioning from one thing to another, you use a fair amount of that sort of B-roll stuff. You try to shoot it, but if you don't, then you're stuck in a stock situation.
So both our scenes are ready as we were talking. What do you think before I even play it? What do you think of this?
Just from this still, that's amazing. It looks great. Let's see how it plays.
Come on, man. I wanted you to shit on AI. All right, let's play this.
Do you want to?
Do you want to open another one?
Yes.
Go on then.
What do you
I
think?
love that they're
Do
English.
you want to?
But I love the fact that he asked. Let's see that
And
again.
he's
Let me
asking
see
someone
that
who's
again.
not even there, right? The grandparents are on the side, but it took some of your direction pretty well. Bokeh effect on the Christmas tree. I mean, just for AI to do that is insane. The lighting looks cinematic.
It does.
I would say this is like a 12-year-old boy, medium shot. Let's look at the fast one. This one, at least the grandparents are in front of him.
Ow.
Do you want to open another one, sweetheart?
Yes.
Oh god, that's creepy. Do you want to open another one, sweetheart? It's like,
So this is coming along, but
Yeah,
I'm
it
curious
looks
at this
great.
point. Let's stop sharing and tell me, what are your first thoughts of AI? Are you ready to shit on it, or is this like, holy cow, I can use it?
I couldn't use it, either of those. I don't think, really. Well, I think outside of the whole legal copyright side of things and saying that you own something, these images have to be generated from somewhere else. And sometimes what I've found is when you're submitting for film festivals, they'll ask you if you have AI generated material. Some festivals will actually straight up reject you for using AI. I don't know if that's going to continue to be the trend, but it's this huge open conversation from a copyright perspective, what can be used. So anyway, there's that in terms of if I was actually going to use it. But they look good, but from terms of the lighting, camera work, and the fast one, just really mechanical.
Yeah, the fast one, you
Creepy.
can tell the audio was not good.
And they look like a couple of floating bodies next to the tree. It was, and obviously the audio was off on the quality one, but it's a VEO3 quality.
Yes.
And
So let's do a few more. And I get what you're saying. The crazy thing is, I took my older one to see the Matrix again in at the Cosm, and I don't know if you.
cool.
It's awesome. You should totally take your older one there. It's an experience, right?
Right.
And in 1999, somehow we knew when Neo is in the Matrix and Morpheus tells him, somewhere in the future, humanity gave birth to AI and we all rejoiced. And then they took over. So I feel like we are in the rejoicing phase now till are coming. Right, the robot race is on. I'm waiting for mine to I'm ready to buy because I don't want to do dishes and laundry.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I'm like, if they've got robots to do my mindless chores at home, then maybe that's a good thing. But I'm sure there's a lot of philosophers that say our humanity is in the details.
Absolutely.
But, it's funny to your point about the whole AI thing. James Cameron and AI taking over the world and that kind of being this background judgment that I think some people might have is this fear and prejudgment that we have towards this new technology and not worrying. And I think that's the case with any new technology that comes around, is that we are slightly afraid of it because we don't know its potential, what it can do. But James Cameron said when he was talking about, I don't think we're going to lose jobs necessarily, visual effects artists and things, but it will speed up process less than it is going to it'll disrupt the industry in that way. More will wholesale replace it. It'll just be a very robust tool and toolbox. I guess the difference of plowing a field with a tractor, using a mule or a horse to plow it, you can do it so much faster and efficiently, thereby increasing the quality of product because you have more time to do it. Anyway, I think that was an interesting kind of input that he has on it. And he's the guy, he created the Terminator, which is the ultimate myth of AI killing, destroying society.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good segue to, you said this will help visual artists. Let me try to copy this prompt, and I'm also going to show you another tool that I'm going to run this same prompt on. But while I do that, so we talked about visual effects. Do you want to try a B-roll footage? Do you want to try visual effects? Where do you want to go from here? We can stick to either your movie or just things that you usually go for B-roll footage to different websites.
Yeah, let's stick to the film. There's one of my favorite shots, and this is all texture, and that's the thing that's really hard. I've noticed that might be the trickiest element. But texture, all right, it's a house that's on fire. It's a wide shot, and it's a firefighter kind of standing a few feet away from the fire, waiting for the hose to go off.
The hose to go off to start spouting water out?
Yeah. And the house is completely, it's completely engulfed, and it's the middle of the winter, so there's snow on the ground, but the house is on fire.
All right. And you said what kind of shot is this?
This is a wide shot.
Wide. All right. I have zero clue of any of that creative side of things.
Right. Let's try handheld as well, because this is how well it translates and tracks motion.
Awesome. So what our prompt here is, a house is on fire. The firefighter is standing a few feet away from the house, waiting for the hose to go off. I should put fire hose. Let's.
This could become a rated R channel real fast.
Yes, it's in the middle of winter in Wisconsin. The house is on fire. Wide shot, handheld.
Perfect.
All right. So while this is happening, I feel like a lot of companies came in and stole Google's thunder. I watched one of their documentaries called DeepMind on how they used AI for good and solved this problem of protein folding. I don't understand it. I'm not smart enough to understand it, but the smartest minds in the world solved it, right? That was 2019, 2020. OpenAI/ChatGPT comes along and totally poo-poos on Google because Google was not ready to release this beast to the world because they were taking it in the proper way. I'm not saying that OpenAI didn't, but we don't know the guardrails that were put. All right, let's look at this. We have our first frame of the firefighting shot. Before I play it again, Ben, thoughts on just the frame?
Holy macaroni. From just the still, that looks incredible.
I definitely don't see the hose in his hand, but maybe he's waiting for the water to come.
All right, we'll see.
All right, let's play it.
That looks incredible. Look at that. Play it again. Let me see the fire.
Yeah. I guess, how would you tell, Ben, that this is AI? How would someone argue or dispute this in court, that this is AI? I know there might be some telltale signs if you are a forensic video person, but to me, I'm in trouble. This looks real to me. Like you can tell that this doesn't look realistic. Like
Yeah.
what is that? A mattress hanging out of the window. But
Yeah.
overall, you think this is a decent
It-
first draft.
Oh, absolutely. Look at the snow. I mean, I think the snow looks a little off in some of the areas. The fire looks incredible, though. I would imagine that would have been one of the toughest things for it to figure out.
This
I mean,
is coming from
the
a
way he moves, that's
director
incredible.
of
Yeah.
a documentary. Guys, YouTubers, people watching this, we are getting real here. Let's try to break this thing.
Boy.
Let's do two. One, let's stick to your movie, maybe a scene from that. And then let's also try a B-roll footage because I want to see how precious this tool can be in any editor's arsenal. Would you just go here or would you scroll through mountains of B-roll?
Yeah, no, that's an excellent point. If this was a viable, this looks really great. There's no doubt about it. I would think about using this for sure. So let's try another prompt. So this is smoke. Let's see how it deals with smoke.
Okay.
There's two firefighters in the background, or in the foreground, sorry. In the foreground, holding a fire hose, putting out the house fire,
All right.
and smoke billowing and filling the left hand, billowing from the house, filling the left hand part of the screen. And a firefighter appears and walks through the smoke towards the camera.
Walks through the smoke.
Yep, through the smoke. So you can't see him from the other side of the smoke. So he's coming through the smoke and appears through it, walking towards camera. And he's off in the middle distance. This is a wide shot, handheld again.
Wide shot.
Yeah.
All right. And then while we do this, you had mentioned something about drone footage. So for that, what we can do is save some credit and switch to the fast one because
Right.
B-roll footage, maybe you don't really, maybe you do, you can upscale it. So that's the other thing. When I go to download this, where's my little download button? I can actually upscale it to 1080p instead of downloading it at the original size. The other cool thing, this is the worst that this will ever be.
That's true.
It's only going to get better and faster, and we're going to burn down Earth in the process by consuming all the GPUs that need to cool down to keep from burning. But yeah, let's do a B-roll footage. Give me something.
Drone. Let's just try a drone flying over the city of Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin.
You're going to make me spell that?
Chippewa.
So close.
Yeah, that was good.
All right. Drone flying over the city of Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin.
Rivers running through it, abandoned factories, and abandoned factories mixed in with. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's see if it tries to reference stuff that's already been shot of Chippewa Falls. So maybe give it less direction.
All right, let's do it. So I'll remove everything after the Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And while we do that, frame's ready. So far, on the previous frame, I see the smoke billowing on the left, like we said. I see the two firefighters with a fire hose.
Yeah, there's water, another texture.
All right, let's see. All right, thoughts.
Wow, blow it up. So let's blow it up and play it back so I see it
blow it.
in large frame.
You can kind of see that the legs look a little off for the firefighter walking, maybe because of the suit that he's wearing. It could pass as non-AI.
Yeah, it looks incredible. I am stunned. Wow.
I didn't want to jade your view and give it away because I have been mind blown by this, but I wanted you to try to see it by yourselves. All right. While we were talking, our fast generation is ready too for your B-roll footage. Now, this is something interesting because you said B-roll footage is usually 30 seconds long. So I'm going to show you a cool trick on this, but let's first take a look at it. So it's very slow moving. It doesn't show much. I don't see the abandoned factories, and I don't even know if this is the right place.
I'm not sure that is correct, but it looks a lot like Chippewa. That's Wisconsin. It's flat like that in that area. It does look a lot. There's a slight cartoony quality to all of it, but that's because we're using the fast one, so you can tell it's AI generated. But the fact that it can reference all of those buildings, there's not a lot of texture on the buildings either.
All right, let's try it in quality instead of. Actually, I had copied the prompt. So let me paste that prompt. And again, I won't give it anything else other than this to see what it does. But here's something interesting. So let's say you were editing, right? You've kind of created your few scenes. Maybe, Ben, you got approached by Nike and you want to make a Nike commercial, and you're going to show them that AI is all you need. So you have your frames, you got 30 seconds worth of content in here. Now you want to put it together. So what you do is you add it to a scene. But what I want to do next is I want to hit plus and extend this scene. So it'll go do its own thing, understand where the scene left off, and try to extend it further. So this is some more controls that you get as an editor. And you can also say from the scene, jump to maybe the fire truck. So the camera will pan to a fire truck. So these are like the more finer controls that you could do as an editor.
Right.
So that's another feature. But yeah, I'm glad that you were able to see how this could be useful.
Oh, absolutely. How much do you have to pay for that other feature? Wow, see, this looks so much better here. This is the higher quality version of drone?
This is the higher quality. Let's play it.
Oh, look at
It
that.
even shows the drone propellers.
Look at the texture on the water and the buildings.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So much. It still looks fake. The other stills that we looked at of the firefighting, but this has so much more information in the frame, right?
Yeah, because it's rendering everything and trying to make sense of it. There was like a little tiny car going, which the scale was off. But you probably catch a lot more of this than I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see this car. Why is this car so... What is that? A car or a cat running? I don't know.
Yeah, there's phantom shadows all over the place.
But if this
Coming
was
down the
B-roll
street.
footage that you put in there and you tell it, hey, keep refining this, you could use it instead of searching for this. I don't think it's there yet, but maybe it's going to be there in a few months.
Sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. It's interesting where it's going, but I was thinking about art in general and sort of what it represents and what it means. The best representations of art. Take, for example, a song you love. It's sure the melody and the way it's constructed, but sometimes there's little parts of a song because their inflection is slightly off in the way they sung it. Or maybe they made a funny noise, but somehow that's the thing that sticks in your mind subconsciously about why you like that song or that part of the song. And I think all of those very human, very improvised elements, I think AI is never going to really quite get. And I don't think so. One of the most important things of editorial is you're in a performance, you're searching for honesty, whether it's something that's scripted or whether it's a documentary. You want the most authentic, honest thing you can find, and that's what your audience relates to, right? This is how I know I understand this character, because it feels real, it feels right. AI I've not seen any performatively, like, I think you brought this up from a B-roll perspective mostly, right? Sure, maybe if I put in enough prompts, some of those look really great. Some of those shots really look great. Maybe soon enough it'll get there, but making an entire film out of this thing is definitely, I'll have to wait as long to get things. But I've talked to other visual effects artists that have said that the amount of time and resources put into getting those little manipulations, say when they use generation in this way, that we have to move the couch over here, it never quite gets it right.
Yeah.
And the clients can get really specific about that stuff. So you could almost spend more time trying to get 150 generations where you could have just done it yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's more a hobby tool for people like me
Right.
to feel what it's like to be someone like you, but not necessarily have a production budget. I totally get it. And hey,
man.
it's V1, right? So things are only going to get better.
I'll say to that, and I want to hear what else you have to say. Sorry for cutting you off.
No.
Cameras are cheap now. People are shooting stuff with iPhones. iPhones used to be something that was pooped on, shit on for a long time. Why are you shooting in iPhones? At this point, I'll shoot B-roll with my iPhone if I need to grab something quick, and it looks gorgeous. And you can get really beautiful, spontaneous stuff that would require you to have a camera and all of this set up, and then we have to have it with you, and then you have to rush to get it all set up, and you just get your iPhone and capture something really gorgeous in front of you. I think you can still go out, and maybe you can't make F1. I can't make F1. But that's a tiny margin. But I would argue if you have an inkling to make something, use any camera, and I will always promise you that it's always going to feel more authentic and seem more authentic no matter what. No matter how far this AI goes,
Absolutely.
in whatever generation. As I say, go out there and make it. If you're feeling it, go grab an iPhone, go make something. Don't.
This segment was sponsored by Apple. And for those watching, if you haven't seen The Best of Us on Amazon Prime, go check it out. Ben has done an amazing job. Thank you, Ben, and
Thanks,
I will
brother.
catch you in the next one.
I'll see you soon.
All right.